Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Turtle Wins the Race Home-Based Business Podcast. My name is Kara Buntin, and I've owned a home-based business since 1999 in various forms. So let's talk about home-based business today. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is something that I actually wrote a blog article about for the Artisan Shopping Directory blog, and you can get to that by clicking the link in the description. I'll also post a comment eventually, but the link for the article is in the description if you prefer to read. And, this is a question that I posed to my EShop Success members that said, what do you do to prepare for the holiday season for your business? Now, there's the obvious things, right? Stock up on your materials. But some people don't think about this. I think they're obvious. I think this stuff could be obvious, but a lot of people don't think about it. But my members are smart, and they had a lot of suggestions, and it wasn't all the most obvious things from what I could see. So I haven't gone through this list yet. I'm going to go through it now. And like I said, if you want to read the article, I'll put the link in the description. Okay, Debbie says, and her shop is Natural Body Comfort on Etsy. She makes like reusable heating pads and like things you can put. I'm going like this because she has one that goes over the shoulders. It's for your neck and your shoulders. I'm just thinking how nice that would feel right now. But she says she orders and stocks up on her packing supplies, prepare product inventory as much as possible ahead to keep facilitating fast shipping times. I think that's a really, really good suggestion. A lot of times we have things that we can make up to a certain point. And then if you have to personalize it, you might have to stop, and do that at the point of sale when people give you details. But there's a lot of things that you can probably do to get ready for the orders coming in. Now, for me, there's not, I print and cut everything by hand when they're ordered. So there's not a whole lot I can do ahead of time, but I can say, well, I know that this one type of thing sells really well and often. So I'll just make those up ahead of time so I have a little extra stock of that. And then you don't have to make it when the order comes in because you already have it and it's already made. So that's one thing that you can do to kind of give yourself a little break during the holiday. Okay, Jennifer Reagan says, don't completely revamp your shop right before the holidays. Yeah. And Jennifer, you don't have your shop listed down. She's Upcycle Quilt Artist. Okay, so go look at Upcycle Quilt Artist on Etsy and you'll see her shop. But she says, don't completely revamp your shop right before the holidays. That's true. Small tweaks and picture updates is fine, but don't change all your tags to be under the tree, Christmas tree presents, stocking stuffers. Yeah, because you don't need to do that. The way that Etsy search is working now, and Google search too. Google is smarter than Etsy, so, Etsy knows if something is a gift. If you have the word gift in your tags anywhere, you don't have to go in there and put Christmas gift, stocking stuffer, because Etsy will find you for that stuff, regardless of whether that's in the tag or not. And if someone is looking for stocking stuffer on Etsy, that's so vague. If they actually search for that, they're probably not going to buy the first thing they see, and they're probably going to refine the search at some point. So don't worry about that kind of thing too much, and definitely don't go in and change everything thinking this is going to get me ready for the holidays, because you don't know if that's going to be a good choice or a bad choice of keywords and changes. Etsy will find your listings right away with those new keywords, whatever you put in, but you don't have to put in a lot of those. And like the attributes that are for holidays, you don't need to worry about that. Anyway, okay, Angela, whose shop is Meringue Studio. It's Meringue Studio or Meringue. I don't know how to pronounce people's shops, but I'll put the links for all these shops in the description of this video, and you can go check them out. Angela says, I'll be making components for my products ahead of time so I have them ready to finish products when ordered. Okay, that's what we were just talking about. She says, I also keep a wall-sized production calendar up so I know how busy the days and weeks ahead are going to be. I run a 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 week production time on custom orders. Okay. Then she says she can plan and work ahead so that she won't be so crazy because she kind of knows what her production schedule has to be and she has everything mapped out. And that's a really good tip, is just think about what kinds of things you're going to need to do during the busy time. And how can you kind of corral that now while you're not so busy and you have time to think about it so that it makes your life easier down the road? Because if you are really busy during the holiday season, and not everyone is, I have a podcast that's coming up next week. I was going to put it this week, but I flipped them. But I'm talking about like what to do when your sales are slow, and that's next week. But there are normal ebbs and flows. My sales are not busy during the holiday season because that's not the product. I don't sell gifts. So the products that I sell are less busy during December than they are in June. That's just my business. So I know that I'm not going to be that busy. I have other things that I do during the holiday season. I actually will talk about that too. Maybe in a little bit. Okay, Dougie says, and his shop is Shadow Myths. He says, order your packing supplies early and in bulk so that you don't have to wait around if you run out. Yeah, that's really important. And we have all done it. We've all run out of a specific box size, and then you have to, fix something up. You have to run to Staples and see if they have a box. If you know what you use, get a whole bunch of it so that it's there, because you can use it after the holidays, if not during, okay? Tracy her business is Tracy Littman, and she makes purses, wallets, and pocket aprons. She sews everything herself. She says, start preparing the tweaks you're going to be making to your shop and your listings now so you're ready to upload them fast. And she's talking about listing copy, banner images, seasonal listing photos, order by X date images, and any other infographics, that kind of stuff. So that's a really good point, is that you need to be able to be ready to change your banners. If you want to put something up that says last day to order is this, before shipping won't be guaranteed, just go ahead and make all that stuff now. Keep it in a file in your computer and back it up. Save it to Google Drive or something, because you will lose that file if you only have it in one place. But get all those graphics ready, and then when you need them on a specific date, you won't have to sit and do it and then upload it. You can just upload it right away. And that's going to be a time saver, because there are a lot of things that you need to put in your shop to let customers be aware of when your shipping deadlines are and how fast your shipping is during the holidays and that kind of thing. Okay. Let me see. Sally says, and her shop is topdoggear.com. Okay. And she says, keep Christmas lighting. Keep listings. I'm like, lighting? What does that have to do? Keep Christmas listings up all year round. Yeah, I do that too. And she says, some customers like to get a head start on their Christmas shopping list and buy early. Absolutely true. And I get people, it's really weird. Like this year especially, I've had people buy for the holidays, like after the holiday. I got some people buying Mother's Day stuff after Mother's Day. So maybe they were getting together with their mothers later in the month because they couldn't make it on Mother's Day. But if you keep those holiday listings up all year round, it gives you more opportunity to sell to people who are buying in off times. And a lot of people do Christmas in July, so keeping those listings up is a good idea. And yeah, there's no reason to delist things just because the holiday has passed. Keep them up because it costs 20 cents. It's 60 cents for the year to list something. So just leave it up. Okay. Sally also says, if you sew with Christmas-themed fabrics each year, consider marking your calendar with the dates that your fabric suppliers will be listing their new festive fabrics. That is an excellent tip, because you want to get first dibs on those, because they're usually limited runs of the different prints. And if everybody else is paying attention and you're not, you might miss out on a print that you really like. Same thing with other supplies. If you have a supplier and they drop their Christmas stuff at a certain time of year, and you can go back and see, like go back last year on their social media and see when they started promoting Christmas. And I've done that before, and it's generally for promoting Christmas, it's usually, and this was pre-pandemic, it's usually the day after Thanksgiving. They'll start hitting Christmas hard with ads, and that's to customers, that's not to us. But your suppliers are going to start selling things way in advance because they know that you need to make the things that you're going to start promoting after Thanksgiving. And as we know now, all of November has become Black Friday, which makes no sense to me. But hey, the more you can sell, the more it's at some point it's going to be January. They're going to start promoting Christmas. Why not? Right. But yeah, check your suppliers. Go see when they start promoting things. And I think that my suppliers, which I don't use anymore, but I still get their emails, they probably started promoting Christmas. They've started promoting Christmas already. And this is August. I was getting emails in August. it's September now, but I was getting emails in August about their gingerbread house kits. So if you were going to buy gingerbread house kits from the wholesaler, you needed to buy them now and then sell them probably in November and December. Pay attention and get those prints and supplies first, or else you might miss out. It's this fear of missing out for us, and it happens a lot earlier than you think. All right, Sherry, whose business is sherrysosweet.com, and that's her website, I think. Post your order deadline date everywhere. Yes, because no matter how many places you post it, people will not see it. You can put a giant banner. You can put it on the front of every listing. You're still going to get people saying, can I order this after the date, right? Because why not? They're like, I have nothing to lose. Why not ask? So the more places that you put it in your listings and the listing photos and your banner and your shop announcement, the more chance you'll have of avoiding those questions. You're still going to get them, but just let people know. And that way you don't have to answer as many questions, basically. Okay, Paula McNulty, whose business is Paula McNulty Designs. And again, I'll put all the links to their shops and their websites in the description of this if you want to go see their shops. She says, I like to plan ahead and check off some of my family life to-do list to free up time for the busy season. Excellent idea. And these are things that you don't think about as a business owner, but you really should if you're a home-based business owner who has to deal with your family in the same house, right? Because it's all a big mix. She says, getting doctor, dentist, and other follow-up appointments for myself and my family all done before October, car maintenance, some of my own holiday shopping done, taking care of the stuff I've been putting off all year. So all I need to take care of while I'm busy is the daily family to-do list. I think that's an excellent idea. And Kelly, whose business is Kimmer and Company Pet Memorials, she kind of had another thing to add to this, which is to save time by meal prepping. And yes, I used to do this when I did wedding cakes, and I think I had a time management. I might still have it. It's a time management guide for cake decorators. Because when you're decorating cakes, you have a very specific schedule. And every single week, it's the same thing. You prep everything at the beginning of the week, but then you have to bake and decorate and deliver at the end of the week, because that's generally when people get married, on the weekends. And those days, you're standing for 12 hours on your feet in the kitchen. You don't have time to stop and make dinner. And you're working in your kitchen anyway if you're working from home. So there's no room to stop and make dinner. So you end up ordering out a lot. But if you meal prep and you have things ready in the freezer, then that will save you a lot of time and money on takeout, because it's expensive to order out every night. And then you're using up all your profits in, takeout food. So taking care of all of your family stuff before the end of October is great, or before October starts. Paula says she does it before October. And Kelly says meal prep. And she says she likes to make soup, stews, chili, quiche, casseroles, and sauces in larger quantities, and then freeze into multiple meals. Yes, these are things that you don't think about, but they can be a really, really good time saver when you're in a pinch. And there will be times when you'll be very, very happy to have that pan of frozen lasagna that you made a month ago, and it's in your freezer, and you can just take it out and put it in the oven and keep working, All right, Andrea, whose business is myverycraftylife.com. She says, do your own Christmas shopping ahead of time, or at the very least, make decisions on what you're getting, because hopefully you'll be too busy to go do a bunch of shopping. Yes, so if you can get your own shopping done, if you decorate your house, oh my God, I don't even decorate my house. I didn't really decorate my house a lot when I had kids. We did a tree, and you know what I did? My in-laws would usually come here for Thanksgiving, and my fun activity after Thanksgiving was for the grandparents and the kids to decorate the tree together. I didn't have to do it then. That was great. And then, of course, I'm the one that takes it down, right? So I didn't do a lot of decorating because I knew that I would be the one to take it down. And nobody wants to help that part. Anyway, but if you can get that kind of thing done, get your own shopping done, get your decorating plans at least, get all that in place, get everything ready, and then you don't have to go and search for everything when you're in the middle of also trying to fill orders. It's just a little planning ahead is going to save you a lot of time down the road. And Wendy says, and this is Wendy Schray Designs, that's her shop. It's her business. I think she has a website. She says, not an idea, but a comment. This year, Thanksgiving is quote unquote early. Okay, so there is more of a stretch between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So understand that you're going to have a little more time and you need to figure out your shipping times and all that kind of stuff. And it might be a little bit busier because that busy time of year is a little bit longer. Or it might not be busier because people always wait till the last minute anyway. You know how that goes. All right. Maria, who owns Jari Jade Creations, she says, if you have small children at home for the holiday rush, have a plan in place for a sitter or plan to work during nap time. Yeah, I wish. Have someone come to your home to help with the little ones. Plan their meals ahead of time so you're not scrambling when they get hungry. Yes. Okay. Selena, whose shop is The Design Shop. And again, links in the descriptions because some of these are spelled differently than you would think. She says, get social media ready ahead of time and also emails to customers. Yes. Send your email list information 2 or 3 days before you post on social. That way they get your info first. Scheduling is really important. And if you can schedule all of your social media between October and December, that will save you a lot of time. And even if you can't, if you have, because like some platforms won't let you schedule more than 30 days ahead, you can have a file on your computer of all the photos that you're going to post and just have them ready so that you don't have to think, what am I going to post today? And that way you can schedule 30 days. And then when you get a chance, you can go in and schedule 30 days more, or just kind of extend that 30 days. And if you do that, if you do like 5 social media posts a day and save them, you'll have enough ready that you don't have to think about it while you're also really busy doing other things. That's a very good tip. Okay, Janik says if you do consignment, and Janik's shop is Nia. Okay, I'm hovering over here and I'm looking at their Facebook their Facebook profiles. She says, if you do consignment, make sure to refill the stockist items between mid-October to November. You definitely want them stocked up before December comes along to maximize sales. That's a good tip. And, a lot of people who do consignment don't think about that because you're busy doing other stuff. But just make sure that you have enough to keep their shelves filled and your displays looking good. Because if it looks skimpy and weak, no one's going to buy your stuff. Okay. Patricia doesn't, okay. Her website is delcovespices.com. I'm glad you put your website because you don't have it in your profile, Patricia. Go put that in your profile. Okay. She says, here are a few lessons learned suggestions for people. Be realistic about how much you can produce and whether you'll need to hire part-time or seasonal help to offload some of your work. If you do, hire them now. I'm not going to go into more of these because there are a lot of tips that she's left, and I'm going to put those in the article. You can go read the article. I think that is a really, really good tip because you don't, and this is the same kind of thing as saying get a website, but don't wait until you need a website, right? You need to get it in place now so that you have it there when you're ready. If you know that you're going to need help during the holiday season, get them hired and trained now so that you're not doing that during the holiday season when you need them to be working. And it might be a little extra cost to do that early, but it's going to save you so much time and aggravation in the long run. It's worth it. So be realistic about the things that you know that you need to do and get those done ahead of time. That seems to be the major theme here, right? Whether it's ordering supplies or hiring help or getting your kids' meals prepped or getting a babysitter lined up in case you need that. There's all kinds of things. If you are realistic about what is actually going to be happening based on your previous history, your past timelines, and whether you're going to be super busy. If you're super busy, then you know what it's going to be like, and you can get those things in place before you actually need them to just make your life so much easier. All right, so give this video a thumbs up. Leave any suggestions that you have. If you have other suggestions that I have not mentioned, I'll put the link to all of their shops and the article in the description of this video, and I will talk to you later.